Welcome.
Welcome.
If you can believe it,
Episode 4.
it's a Monday. Yet again.
You gave away our secret.
What?
That we film on Mondays.
Oh, what? Is that supposed to be a secret? My bad. I didn't know that. Well,
when do we put episodes out? Thursdays?
We're still getting in the rhythm right now.
we're getting to the rhythm, but we've been recording consistently on Mondays for the last month.
Oh, it's so nice. It's a great start to the week, too. I always feel
I feel energized when I'm around you guys.
That's true.
Straight
I
up.
feel energized.
You guys are my people.
Dude, straight up. That's beautiful.
Have something to get dressed for,
Welcome to the podcast, bitches.
Just Friends the Juice,
Good
episode 4.
morning.
Come on. Rain.
We're going to finally get to the errors and grievances now that we're a couple of episodes
Oh,
in.
man, there's been a couple people who have been complaining nonstop
Wow.
about their grievances
One
that have not been
caller.
aired.
One
One caller
in particular has been adamant.
That is true. Yeah, and we're going to be talking about, before we get into that, let's talk about what we did this weekend, everybody. It's Monday, right?
Good morning. It's
I heard you
Monday.
went back to the studio.
I did. Actually, Tuesday, but let's call it the weekend. Me and Marta went back to the studio. Turns out, yes, buddy? Turns out the microphone, the big bitch that I mentioned last or whenever episode,
Yeah.
the Unit 47 was broken. Because we were having trouble gain staging it, and we were like, oh God. And also, it's a new room.
What is gain staging for the people who don't know?
Sorry, my apologies, my brethren. So gain staging is turning the level right on a mic. And it's not just level, there's a couple, it is volume, and then there's also the processing that goes into it so that it comes in nice and it's doing a little bit of pre-work before you do the proper computer work
To make the shit not sound blown out.
exactly or bad or
Because everyone's got different gain stages.
exactly correct? Different voices are different, obviously Mr. Dr. Kless Mr. Dr. Kless,
I gotta be
on
gain
his
stage differently.
we gotta work him up a little. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So apologies also for my audio last episode.
I think you're
crazy.
killing it with the audio.
Thank
you even got someone in
you.
the Discord being like,
It's
it
true.
sounds, Nick Carp also
Thank you, Nick.
hit me up and was like, dude, it sounds so good now.
Dude,
I
that's awesome.
appreciate that because
I love Nick Carp.
I've been putting
Happy
in my
birthday,
work.
Nick Carp.
Happy
a couple days.
belated
Happy
birthday, Nick Carp.
birthday.
Congrats on
Love
taking photos of
Pisces.
the people from Severance for fucking hot ones. That's pretty
Fuck
That
legendary.
is
yeah.
crazy.
Have you
That is
seen
pretty
his book?
legendary.
Yeah, I
saw
held
his
the book.
I held his book in his apartment.
Insane.
Yeah, I held his book at not Mom Jeans, Just Friends played the place in
At Racket.
no, where do we play in Long Island? It was that kind of show that was a
Oh
little
yeah, it was with
That show was
with
totally bunk.
microwave.
Yeah, it was Microwave. Everyone was like, "Oh, this show's a little
I
sleepy."
forgot what that shit was,
It's a
but that
little
was dumb,
sleepy.
and I wasted an outfit on those
I
people.
know.
But
Honestly,
I wore
shouts
it,
out
so.
the people who fucked with us, and I know that there's
True.
at least 10 people who hit
We
me up
saw
on the
you.
side who were like, "I'm sorry, this is just how it goes."
we're sorry, but yeah,
But,
we're not complaining about
and
you.
I held that book at that show.
Yeah, me too.
There you go.
But anyways,
It blew my mind. I was like, oh yeah, because I hadn't seen the more gory parts of his work.
Oh yeah, some
Yeah.
of it's nasty.
Oh my god, it's insane. I was like, this is
people
what
are,
you
cutting
fucking
themselves
do?
with glass
it was in
and,
Japan,
actually-
right? It's like
Yeah.
Japanese
Yes,
wrestling.
yes. Oh
Japanese
my god.
hardcore wrestling.
Insane.
That's fucking badass.
Real blood, real violence.
Yeah.
Lord.
It's nasty.
But
Yeah.
he messaged me the first night it came out, and then hit me up again after this last one came out. I was like, you guys are fucking killing it and shit. So I was
Dude.
like-
Thank you very much.
But yeah,
Love Nick
with the
Carp.
audio too. So you're killing it.
With
Don't
the-
yeah.
thank you.
And
I
I appreciate you
appreciate
doing
it.
the audio for the show
Yeah,
as
thank
well.
you guys,
We're
yeah.
all in
For
house
bearing
here.
with
I
me.
appreciate you trusting me with it.
course.
Audio is my passion, but
Yeah.
so I feel very fortunate to have another project to work on, and
Own your
it's
craft.
been fun to work on your voices because I also know your voices so well.
Oh, for sure.
And someone pointed out on
it's
the
rare
Discord.
to have my voice on a microphone.
Yeah, truly,
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean?
it is, but it's a fun one.
I always look forward to hearing your overdubs for TikToks.
Oh, me
And for
too.
the people who don't are not tapped in, he's got a little bit of a following on
Losers. Just kidding.
TikToks or on TikTok for
I
guitar.
I've not been
Sorry.
active in some
Not too much,
months,
but You have some really incredible videos like going through like all the bands
and
you
you
do.
got your
I do a lot of
archive.
TikTok content that is very guitar centric and very
it's technical as fuck.
technical and like
love
gear
that.
nerd stuff and like guitar repair.
You explain
But
it
you're
to
not
people
boring.
like I love the explain it to me like I'm 12 type of energy.
Yeah,
And you really
exactly.
explain it in a way that's not like alienating, you know?
Yeah,
appreciate
but it's
that.
also for, things that like experienced guitar players can like absorb and like
sure.
appreciate too. Yeah.
sure. I
You're
think
very accessible.
I think that like there's a distinction between some people who are like guitar techs or luthiers or whatever, and like those people can be very heady and like intense.
They'll lose
Yeah.
the
But
lose
I-
the
but-
plot a little bit.
Yeah, but I myself am also like I learned all of this tech stuff like because I am a guitar player.
Yeah.
Because like I've
You
been
didn't go
playing
to no
guitar for-
school or
I
get
didn't
no
go to school or
degree.
anything. I just kind of like I've been playing guitar
just
for
got
a
a
long
passion.
fucking time, like 22
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And like I have a feel for it.
You've
you know?
had your hands on the pudding. One of the coolest
Yeah.
things Yanko ever said to me was how he can feel the different like amps and processing on the guitar strings as he's playing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the way that the sound reacts and like
Yeah,
yeah,
that blew
yeah.
my mind, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
It's
I
crazy.
believe that,
it's,
but like,
you get very in tune with the instrument.
yeah.
for sure.
And I've been trying to like when I'm palm muting and practicing my shit, like I'm trying to like feel it now, you know.
Yeah.
So
What we should do is we should plug you into one of Kent's amps or
but
something.
I might have
so
blown
you
that
can-
shit out. Help
so
me.
you can get a feel for how different that sort
Yeah.
of stuff is versus the digital stuff.
I like jammed with John the other day right here, and I kept up pretty good. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm surprised like you have such good timing. I was like, yo.
yeah.
I
That's
play
awesome.
music.
I
was
play,
cool.
I love music.
You play
I love
music, you fucking
music.
record music.
I
you do it
record
all.
music.
Our
I love
house.
music.
I
design
digress about
music.
that, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all that to say, gain stage. Right.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying about gain stage?
So you
Oh,
found out that there's a problem
the
with the
microphone
microphone.
was indeed broken because I mentioned it to the chief engineer. Shouts out Gabriel Shepard at 25th Street.
guy's go.
The
He's dope.
Fucking go.
that guy's so dope.
He's really good at making coffee
Fucking
too.
go.
He's a
Oh,
great host.
best
Dude,
coffee.
Dude,
Great
he keeps
host.
the fresh pots coming.
He's
Yeah.
the sickest
Awesome.
bro, dude. After like
Axe
events,
the
dude, he
bong.
pulls up the bong and like we
Dude.
all sit around the table. Rip. He can smoke so fucking much,
Dude,
dude.
he's
It's great.
he's an OG for
He's
sure.
dope.
so OG.
It's dope that he's still there. Not that he would have gone anywhere, but to like
Yeah, right.
work as a client, like when we went in to do Hella and like Fever and
and
Stupid.
know that he's still there.
And he's
yeah.
still there. And now you were like,
And he's so sick.
he's a colleague of yours.
I fuck with that guy,
That's
dude.
dope.
That's badass.
I look forward to
What
seeing
was his
that guy when I
reaction
go
when
in.
the U40? Is it U47, right?
Yeah, the
Universal
U47,
Audio. Was that
the
it? No.
Neumann,
No, it's a
mommy.
Neumann.
Neumann. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about shit. but-
It's who cares?
It's like an $8,000.
Who gives a
microphone or
shit?
some
Yeah.
I mean, the old ones aren't they like up to 20K or something?
Old shit, yeah.
It's like a
hella shit.
proper
It's
like
a lot
from
of
the
money.
whatever. So it's old. It's old as shit, and it's
Yeah.
been worked every single day at that studio for like almost every day for like decades.
Crazy.
So I just mentioned it to him like on the hallway. I was like, hey, like I was using the 47 and I used the settings that you set up for me that one time, and like I was just having a hard time with like getting my level right, and I don't know what I was doing wrong. It was really quiet, and he was like, oh yeah, like other people have been mentioning the U47's been like slowly getting quieter and quieter and quieter. So it might be Dunsky's. But
It's a
yeah.
tube mic, isn't it?
Yes.
The
yeah,
tube,
yeah.
maybe- I
Or
don't
the
know.
whatever the tube,
Yeah,
the whatever
separate
the
transformer
juicy
thing.
thing that it has is like
Yeah.
potentially dying, and I don't know if it's repairable. So,
So what
I
you
feel
guys
like
have
it's
to
gotta be.
do? Yeah, I feel like something like that. Like
Somebody
you got.
can fix that for sure.
yeah,
But who
it's-
knows how much money you would?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Totally.
not cheap.
And like the
Yeah.
point of those mics being so sick is because of that part,
That's
because
true.
it's
Yeah.
old
Yeah,
and
the
it just
original
can't be
shit.
redone anymore. But
Damn.
but yeah, so I was like, oh okay, well it was broken for sure. And so, so me and Marta, we go back. I redid the vocals with a not broken mic by myself another day, and then we go back, and it's just like it's all hairy, and Marta was like, let's just redo these again. So we're like, fuck. So we redo
Yeah.
the main vocals and also like the performance. Yeah, every time I sing that song, it gets a little better.
For sure.
And I'm
Your reps in.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm still not entirely like pleased with it,
At
but
least it's good that you got the opportunity to go back
Exactly.
and like, be like, okay, well, we did this. How can
Yeah.
I improve upon it?
yeah, cleaned it up,
You know,
evened
it
it
sucks
out.
that you have to like go through the process again, but it's dope because you get to go.
I
through
love
the
to
process
re-record.
again.
You gotta sing again? Oh, I got.
all right,
Brond has to
Set me up,
sing?
set me
Oh,
up.
no.
I think it's also cool too to show everyone that going to the studio and recording and doing
Yeah.
that stuff isn't like you have bad days or not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Something goes
I feel like going to
wrong.
a studio is like always like, oh, there's so much fucking pressure.
There
It needs to
is.
be perfect. It's like some days when you're working on stuff, it's work.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
It's
like
always work.
yeah, it's not always gonna be. It's like it's fulfilling, right? But it's also not always gonna be so like. It's not. You're not always gonna hit a home run every single
Yeah,
day.
you don't get
Yeah.
the end result day one.
Dude.
Yeah, and I think people really, if I was younger, like if I was, going to the studio for the first time and I had that knowledge, I definitely would have like not been tripped out so much earlier in my like musical journey,
Yeah.
It's just hard to be comfortable in a studio, I think. Just
you're
in
under, like, a
general.
microscope.
It's just uncomfortable. Like it's such a specific process and it's so like it's so like it's so like excuse me.
That's the
It's so
Taco Bell.
soul bearing. It's Taco Bell in the La Croix. All right. Yeah, it's soul bearing and like just singing on a mic like this with a pop filter on your face, like it's so unnatural.
Yeah, I think about
Fuck,
Anthony.
what was I gonna say?
I think about Anthony Kiedis doing the blood sugar sex magic vocals like in that documentary. He's on the
Yeah.
fucking this mic, the 57, just
At his
holding it,
house.
fucking ripping, going
Or
like
the house.
it's like and it's like that to me is like recording vocals.
That's
You
kind
know
of
what
the
I mean?
ideal setup,
Yeah,
honestly.
he's
so I
like
could-
holding it. He's like getting on it.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely been where you've been, where it's like pop filter, and so I need to get this fucking right. When we did Rock to the Rhythm, what do you call it? I had to do each song or the original vocal takes. I did 5 takes in a row. It was just like here, and like I didn't know that you even had a choice. You know what I mean?
Oh, they didn't let you rest like that.
I didn't know. I mean,
That's
I didn't know anything. I was so
you're-
young,
Dude, I remember you doing that too.
And my
like, dude, you were shot. Your
Yeah.
shit
That's
was
not
fucked
good,
up.
but
The only vocal from that entire session that made the record, I'm pretty sure, is Paint. That is the only for the listeners
Yeah,
who have.
yeah.
I'm gonna drop something for you guys. Rock to the Rhythm knowledge is that when we recorded, the engineer had like corrupted the original files of our record so that when the new engineer was coming up and we were going to record vocals a month or two later on our winter break from school, everything by the end of everything had a fade on it, all the original source audio.
oh Lord.
So by the
And
time
it consolidated a fade on like every track.
oh,
yeah, so by the
Christ.
end of it, it was literally
You
just
fucked up
drums and
automation.
vocals. Like, so everything would just fade out
through the song.
through the song.
Yeah.
On the,
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah.
It was crazy.
God.
And then I remember the only thing I ever heard, like, he never apologized. He never said anything else. Like, he made a joke to our other engineer saying, "Oh, just fades." Like,
Oh, that's a good
so
one.
I took the opportunity. The engineer was nice enough to let me come for the next couple months, and record. We worked and our asses off to re-record almost the entire record.
Yeah, we redid a lot of
a
shit.
lot
We
of
did-
it.
we did a lot of
And
guitars
moved to
and-
Miami. Will from Story so far let you use the RD.
That's true. You had a
That's why if you
Gibson
listen to
RD.
that guitar, it sounds so much more gigantic than on Move to Miami than all the other songs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We did a totally different amp and everything for
Everything,
it. Like,
yeah. And
it sounds hella better.
but
than
the
rest of
only
songs.
vocals from the original one is Paint.
Yeah, and you can hear it in your voice.
You can hear my voice, like the screaming and the whelping, and that
Yeah.
one is
Rough.
kind of intense.
Yeah, like you
So-
can tell that you were physically in pain.
Yeah. So I know what you mean.
Your body's in distress.
It's like
Makes me hurt,
it's an
but-
interesting vibe. You know what I mean?
Totally,
To
yeah.
be able to do vocals and then do them in a space. Like I'm glad that you have your studio at your house. You can like
Yeah.
really cook. And I know that like since COVID, even before that, with like
Yeah.
technology, people have been able to like really hone in their craft. And
Mm-hmm.
like Lil Peep did fucking all his music with a shitty like $50 microphone and a laptop in his room. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
changed fucking kids' lives, bro. Like
That's all
true.
you fucking need,
that's all you
bub.
fucking need, bro.
Yeah.
Pete.
But I'm glad that you got you
A
working
nice
with-
to have a studio too, though. Hey.
Exactly. I'm thankful that you were able to keep you're still working. It didn't create like a stuck point. I know I've been there where it's like, oh fuck this whole thing, like whatever. But you were able to power fucking through. And you get to hang out with Marta again, which is fucking awesome.
That's super awesome, yeah. And we're gonna do it again. And
we're hanging out on Friday. Chain and
that's
Pure Hex playing the rickshaw. I doubt this episode will be up by then, but still,
probably not. But maybe,
yeah.
But hey, something to look forward to.
We'll pull up with the Blackstone in the streets of San Francisco,
dude. Yeah, Blackstone Grill outside of Rickshaw Stop.
Yeah, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for the day. It's gonna have to be after you get back from the tour you're doing, and then the UK tour that we're doing. Fucking Blackstone at the Roots game, bro.
Oh yeah,
yes. That's what we did with our weekend.
Yeah,
we did. We went to the Oakland Roots.
I'm rocking it right here. The inaugural Oakland Roots game at the Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah, the inaugural game. So for those who are not from the Bay Area, we've lost all of our teams in the East Bay. Raiders have went to Vegas. The A's also left to Sacramento, and then Las Vegas probably.
The Warriors went to San Francisco.
The Warriors went to San Francisco. I'm hurting, bro. My whole life has been ripped and like destroyed, and it's like in the worst, most heartbreaking way ever. Like,
yeah, you guys have no idea how I've seen this man shaken to his fucking core over the last like 4 or 5 years.
My whole life, dude. Like
watching this shit just be ripped away from him.
Dude, it's like my entire life. There's pictures of me at the Coliseum when I was like 5 years old. You know what I mean? Like I really channel the energy of that place and the sports teams and like what I learned when I was younger, like going and get to root for stuff, feeling like part of a community. I didn't have fucking friends when I was growing up, really. So I would go.
But you had Raider Nation.
But I had 60,000 people who would fucking back me up if I needed something.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like that's like an incredible feeling to feel like a part of something.
For sure.
And the Bay Area has always been counted out and shitted on, specifically East Bay. Not talking about San Francisco. And so after watching all our sports teams leave in a very heartbreaking way, evil fucking corporate money, all this shit, there's a soccer team called the Oakland Roots. And they played at Laney College for the last couple of years as a junior college in East Oakland. And they've been getting really popular. They did a crowdfunding thing where like Billy Joe from Green Day, G-Eazy, Too Short, all these people are like owners.
Yeah.
And like own shares in the team.
Yeah,
they invest in the team. And so with everyone leaving, the Coliseum lease was up. They worked something out where they're playing at the fucking Coliseum now and sold out 26,000 fucking tickets.
Wow.
It was crazy.
It was, and I've never been to a soccer game. I'm historically like, soccer, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm like
soccer. I barely know.
And I kid you not, bro. It was like me, Brandon's fiance Hannah, and Yanko. We all rolled up. We
got 2 hot dogs in the parking lot before we even walked in.
Dogs?
Yo, when we pulled up.
Dude, this was so funny. Dude, I love this guy.
I should have gone.
Dude, you should have gone. It was honestly hella fun.
I should have gone.
I can't lie to you.
What a waste.
The Roots didn't play particularly awesome. I can't lie to you.
You know a little bit more about soccer than some of us.
I don't really know shit about soccer, but you
do play FIFA.
I used to play FIFA like a little bit with a British American guy. They didn't play very good, and like you could tell that nobody there had ever been to a soccer game.
No,
like, watched a soccer game, let alone
been to San Antonio Football Club was wearing black.
Dude, yeah. So this is the crazy thing. So the Roots, historically, for the last several years, their home kit is like black with like some colorful, like this sort of like a mosaic sort of pattern, with the Oakland tree on it. But then, because it's their first game and like I think they're doing some sort of collaboration kit with not with the A's, but like with the Coliseum, with Oaklandish or whatever. And it's sort of like it looks like the A's colors a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like
the green and yellow and white,
yellow, and so everybody I think expected Oakland to be in black, right? Because the Raiders, that's what the Roots colors have been. No, first game. They're wearing the white and green and
Coliseum
yellow kit.
They're
wearing the Coliseum kit, and San Antonio's in the black. And then San Antonio in the first 5 minutes scores. Everybody goes fucking crazy because they don't know.
They don't know. I sat there like I don't think this is right. I was like
people are just assuming that the team in the black kit is
watching everyone around us be like, oh,
I was sat there and like they scored, and I was like, Oh no!
Yo,
and then everybody
but-
goes crazy. I'm like, I don't think that was our team, guys.
Luckily, we scored pretty quickly, and the goal was crazy too. Like,
Yeah, there was
it
like
was
a bicycle kick or
yeah,
some shit.
it was crazy.
Yeah,
But it felt so good to be.
dude, it was
Community
chaos.
was up, bro.
It was chaos.
Too
in the
Short
Coliseum.
played at
At
halftime, and it was like they blow the whistle at the Coliseum.
Oh,
That was
nerd.
crazy.
26,000 people yelling "bitch"
I
was
missed out.
crazy.
That was a
Oh my
full circle
God.
Bay Area moment for
Oh
me.
my
for
God.
Sure.
Fuck.
But yeah, all the fucking Coliseum, like fucking people with the bacon wrap hot dogs and shit.
And just everybody screaming Raiders in the fucking halls. And
I
stuff, just
was home.
As they would say in fucking football,
Yeah.
in fine form.
Yeah.
You were in fine
I was
form,
feral,
my bro.
bruh. Yeah, I got my homie, when me and my sister saw Tyler the Creator a couple weeks ago on the Chromacopia tour. This dude, it's like usually like $40 to park at the Coliseum, and I was like, he was like, it's $20 cash though, and I was like, okay, for sure. We paid him $20 cash, and I pulled up. And it's the same kid wearing the red hat.
When we're going to the Roots game, it's the same guy that hooked Sam up on the cash deal.
Fuck
And so
yeah.
I roll over and
You specifically picked his line.
yeah, and I said $20 cash, and he goes, "Oh shit, yeah." And I only had
He's like,
100.
he's like, yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah.
And then I only had 100, and I was like, "Can you break this 100?" Because I saving this for the game. And he goes, "Oh no, but first game, you're good."
It was awesome. Could not have asked for a better like
What a
welcome
guy.
back. You know.
26,000
That's
people.
beautiful.
When was
most
the
of
last
them-
time you were at the Coliseum? Like at the Coliseum for like a game? Was it
Well,
that
last-
protest game or the last
no.
game?
Will, me, Brad, and Will went on the last Dollar Dog Night, and I
Yeah.
did 9 dogs. You want to say I wanted 9 dogs in 9 innings? I started at the fucking 5th inning, and I ate 9 hot dogs.
That's
And we
crazy.
left in the 9th or 8th or something like that. So I ate it really fast.
Nine,
They also
nine,
let me buy
nine.
20 hot dogs. It's usually a $4 limit per ticket, and we had 4 tickets. And then I was like, "Can I buy 20?" And she goes, "Last game, fuck it." And I was like, "Thank you." Yeah, I don't
So-
fuck around with my hot dogs,
I
bro.
So my
love a
point
hot
being though,
dog.
like that's great. It's a great experience, like your first experience back at the Coliseum.
So many children, dude. Yes,
It was hella kids.
so many kids, and it's like that's a huge thing. Is like
I felt
I
bad because
want
I'm hitting
my.
like the weed pen and shit, and I'm like,
I mean,
oh,
there was
fuck.
weed.
They
and, like,
gotta learn someday.
I mean, it's the Coliseum.
It's the
The
Coliseum. Don't bring
weed
your kids
smoke
there.
everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
It is what it is.
the weed pens
It's in
are a
our
little
culture.
different than the J's. But
yeah, you should see like old like people talking about the Coliseum during Raider games. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I would be on pissing in the piss troughs or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'd be passing joints down the thing with all these strangers, and it's just like everyone's like, "You want to hit this?" Like, sometimes not even words, just like you get handed the blunt,
Just
you're like,
pass
"All
it
right, here we
over.
go." I'm already off the Rumchata. Who
Oh,
gives a
man,
shit? Like,
that's
Damn.
community.
yeah, East Bay community is something different, bro.
I missed
Yeah.
out, bro.
But
Dude, the
yeah,
Roots, it
we're
was a
gonna
great
go
time.
again.
It was
I
a great
did me
time.
wrong, Bo. I got me wrong.
But it's so cool to see because I want my kids to be able to experience the Coliseum and experience Oakland sports, because sports is like, when it comes down to it, it's about where you're from, is your community. That's why I like the UK and everywhere else with football and soccer and shit like that is like so cool, because it's, you would never imagine like Manchester United being sold and moved out of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
But it's
sure.
so common in American sports, like,
Yeah.
and fucking Bay Area and Oakland, we are a sports town, bro. City of champions.
Straight up,
That's right.
And so,
God's country for show.
yeah, but
God's
enough of
favorite.
the sports talk. I just was so thankful, and I'm glad that you went. I'm glad that we're gonna go again.
Yeah.
Oakland Roots, bitch. Let's go.
I'm going for
You're
the
listening
hot
to
dogs.
Juice. We got some Mom Jeans talk and some more Mother Celine and a
We got some
mailbag.
grievances.
Later, bitch.
The juice will return momentarily. Please stand by.
Perpendicular, 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 perpendicular. Yeah, perpendicular, my piston in your cylinder, no quitting, keep hitting like
Welcome back to the Juice.
Welcome,
Shit.
welcome.
So the band that I'm in, Mom Jeans.
One of many bands you're in.
I know. We just announced a tour, a little California run, and another festival. We, Aftershock.
moly,
We're doing that
another
for
festival.
show. And we got announced on Warped Tour a little bit ago, just the Long Beach date, but
Sheesh.
we got announced on Furnace Fest.
Let's go.
Another historically kind of like heavy hardcore fest.
Yeah, definitely.
In
Mom Jeans played it 2 years ago,
2022,
3 years
Boom.
ago.
with Koyo and Free Throw. Yeah. And that was Mastodon headlined. Story was there
Oh,
too.
sick.
Story was there. Who else
Yeah,
fucking played?
4 Year was there too.
A lot of bands were there.
It's where I bought the Transit shirt actually that I wear in all the videos of the interview videos.
I remember the Kublai Khan set at that show was fucking.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Dying Wish was gangsta. I fuck with that band. That shit was
did they play
tight.
Stage
Yeah.
Around?
No, they played in the
In the thing.
yeah. For those who don't know about Furnace Fest, it's in Birmingham, Alabama, and it is
The Sloss Furnace.
yeah. It's at this like I don't even know. It's like
Hot.
haunted freaking furnace. Fucking, it's crazy, bro.
Woo.
Industrial as shit. They got
It's
a couple
a very
stages.
strange place to have a
Yeah,
festival.
That's
music
a
it's
fun
festival.
it's
thing.
historically like heavier as well.
Yeah, a lot of hardcore and
A lot of
metal and
hardcore, a
shit.
lot of metal, that kind of shit. And it's our second time playing it. We're flying from Aftershock to Alabama overnight to play.
Please pray for the boys.
All right.
Think of
Exactly.
that flight. Think of that. Like
No.
It's either
playing
gonna
in Sacramento and then you have to go to Alabama. So like you're
Yeah.
probably gonna have to go to SFO
Overnight,
or
dude.
who knows? Like there's
I'm excited. One
you're
day
gonna
of chaos.
transferring.
One
Ugh.
day of chaos for a memory of for a lifetime of memories.
Yeah.
Also,
something like that.
I'm
That's a
getting
great
to,
way
like-
to look at it. That's a really positive way to
Another
look
man's
at it.
trash, another man's
Hey.
Another
garbage.
man's trash. Another man's treasure.
We're direct support for Jimmy Eat World. So
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Hold on, wait.
yeah. So let's
take
pull
a
up the
look.
flight. Let's do what
take
we
a
do with
look, shall we?
Aftershock. But that was I'm telling you.
Yeah, so
Look
you
at
guys
that,
are
Jimmy Eat World, and then look up right underneath that, Mom Jeans.
Holy shit,
then
bitch.
Kublai
what the
Khan.
fuck?
Yeah, so that's why we're playing with Good Charlotte and like Blink-182 and All American Rejects the day before and Acid Bath and then flying
Drain.
and flying
to open for Jimmy Eat
to
World.
to open for Jimmy Eat World. Like that's in. You told my 11-year-old self that's what I'd
That's
be
pretty
doing
crazy.
when I was older. I'd be like, thank God. Thank God.
Yo, for real.
it
Honestly, it
pays
could be way worse.
Yeah, so let's say we got Jimmy Eat World, of course, Kublai Khan again.
Woo woo.
Hot water music. I
Ooh,
wonder-
Drain.
Should
That's
text for hot water music, I
they're
think.
honorary Bay, Santa Cruz.
Fucking
Bro,
yeah.
saves the day. Come on now.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Tsunami, real Bay shit. Madball, come on. Dude, this
Reunited with our friends in Microwave once again.
Look at
God.
that. Look at that.
Trauma Ray's cool too.
Trauma Ray is pretty cool.
I will shout out Millington. They're on Saturday. They came through when they're from Albany too. Danny, our producer, is from Albany, New York, and they're Albany. We played with them at Empire Live
Yes.
when Bearings totally fucked us.
Yeah.
Here we are years later. We're
was
still
there
doing this. I
too.
fuck with it.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em,
fuck
bro.
them, dude.
Sorry.
They made their
Shot
bed,
in
bro.
the stomach.
But Millington showed up for us, no questions asked, and they played that show. So that I
Yeah,
fuck with
you guys
them.
rock.
Then we got Citizen. I hope they play the fucking album I like. That's
Ooh,
dope.
I'm calling
I wonder
my
who this-
dogs,
there's
we're
one
gonna
band
get
that
Yo,
is-
real.
Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
That's crazy.
Like it's 2005.
Dude.
Uh,
Soul Blind.
Soul Blind's dope.
I am
Spaced is playing.
Shout out Space.
Shout out Spaced, our
Buffalo.
Buffalo
Shouts out,
homies.
bud.
Dude, Horse the Band is playing that day.
Dude, I remember me and
Avalanche is playing
Brandon
that
used to
day.
like
I love you,
Horse the
Brett.
Band, and we used to. No, I still like Horse the Band, but we were like, this is crazy.
Dude, have you guys seen this band that is playing on Saturday? They're called Big Ass Truck.
That's awesome as fuck. I've seen that shit. I fuck
just
with
see
that.
I just see them on Twitter because like straight up like obvious like I've never heard of this shit ever. Not that I listen to hardcore or anything, but like dude, just all of a sudden the one day on Twitter I just open Twitter and every post is like big ass truck, big ass truck, big ass
It
truck.
reminds me
big
of the
ass truck.
Brockhampton. I'm a big ass truck. I tell you, move out the way.
That's exactly what I had the
that's
same thought.
badass.
Dude, Less Than Jake is playing. Funny story about that is Fest 16, we opened for Less Than Jake opened up for Just Friends. They
Yeah,
were the
'cause they
secret
set.
special guest, and then we played, and then the dude from Fest was like, "Oh, don't worry, like I got you guys a crazy 6 set time and it's going to be dope." And then we played after Less Than Jake, and we played at the same time as the Ergs reunion, and there was literally 10 people in the room. Shouts out fucking dude, Tavish stayed, Alex fucking stayed. They stayed to watch us play while everyone else walked off and like the Ergs, they got great songs, but it was a sad moment.
I could not give less of a shit about the Ergs, I'll be honest with you.
Sheesh.
Good
I
pop, good
respect
pop punk.
that,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I believe that. I believe that.
I respect it.
I respect you.
I am the Avalanche.
All I'm
Homie
saying
Brett.
is we got
Wait,
fucked.
Brett's gonna be there?
Yes,
Yeah, on
ma'am.
Sunday at
but on
least.
Sunday.
Oh damn, yeah, I'm not gonna be there on
Yeah.
Sunday, bro.
And
Dude, why don't you
Sincere
just stay?
Engineer, shouts out.
Oh, Petey USA.
Deanna.
I love Petey. He's cool. He got good
Petey?
music.
Yeah, hella
Say
bands on this
anything
shit.
too.
Oh, really? Where are
Yo,
they?
I gave Max
you
Bemis a
looking
hug
at?
at when we were young, and I said we should tour together. And he said,
I think, dude, I love Say Anything. And
this iteration is great.
I love it. They got the dude from Weatherbox, and they got fucking goddamn what's his name from Taking Back Sunday,
Fred.
Fred.
Dude, that
Fred.
guy. That's the only area of Taking Back Sunday that matters, in my opinion.
Fred is
I hope-
gangsta.
I hope that nobody in the Taking Back Sunday camp sees this, but Fred was he was the saving grace of that band. He was the fucking best.
Yeah,
That
you've
band
been
ever
before I never listened to Taking Back in high school or nothing like that, but I knew Fred because of you.
Dude, he's gangster.
You know what I mean?
He's a hella good guitar player. He wrote all those songs on the albums that he was on,
Super
Fred.
and
dope.
you can hear it.
Hey, it's Fred.
I dapped him up for
Yeah.
You
show.
saw that?
That is dope. So yeah, Furnace Fest is gonna be sick. That's fucking dope. And then we're also doing some shows around Warped. We're doing.
I'm excited for these shows.
Congratulations,
Yeah, some
bud.
California shows with
Cali.
Mom Jeans, Saturdays at Your Place, and
Sad
Park.
Yes.
The homies.
Sad Park, love those dudes. I
Love.
truly love that band.
Had a great time touring.
They
with
also
them.
showed up for us when
Yes.
when
That's true.
when Bearings fucked us.
Yep.
That was
True.
awesome. Like I've become really close with Graham over the last couple years, and I really believe in their band. I think it's some
They
of the-
sound great.
Yeah.
It's like classic
They're sick.
California punk rock.
I can't believe they don't listen to Bayside because every time I fucking hear them, I'm like, I hear so much
Yo,
fucking
he
Bayside in
does.
this shit.
Yeah, they do sound a little.
I made him a playlist, but
yeah,
They I don't know. They just remind me of us.
yeah, totally.
You know,
They're cool.
Yeah,
they're like kids that we would have hung out with.
the funny
They're hella
connective
sick.
tissue
A little
about
younger.
them is that the drummer's stepmom is Austin from Mom Jean's dentist.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Connective tissue.
bizarre.
But I'm just so thankful. Yeah, and Saturdays, totally popping the fuck off. Like super fun. All those dudes follow me on the line. I've never met them really in
Better.
person.
Yeah, I've never met those guys at all.
But I fuck with
those
it.
people. I don't
you know
know.
what I'm saying?
What's
The
up?
shit rocks. It's gonna be hella fun. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
super good. We're playing the Madonna Inn, which is an incredibly
Oh, yeah.
iconic
It's gonna be
hotel
legendary.
in San Luis Obispo.
I went horseback riding there once.
Really?
I took Jessica for her
Yeah.
birthday there one year.
It's kind of boring. They just walk you around on
how
some
many
poor
hotel
horse.
rooms are we getting comped? And do we get one that has like the river rock
Yeah, I
shower?
want to see the hot tub, man.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the heart-shaped hot tub room?
Yeah.
some shit like my
With
friend
the
Gabby
spinning
from
bed and
college. She
shit.
got married there.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll film it. We'll film it.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
We'll
from
do
the
a
hot tub.
podcast.
What's up?
Yeah.
We're drinking like fucking cocktails.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pink as fuck. Like,
And then we're
You ever
playing.
had a Cosmo, dude? That shit rocks.
No.
I want to get
but I've
tattooed by
had their
Ellen Mellon
breakfast.
before because her tattoo studio is in Arroyo Grande, and it's like 15 fucking 20 minutes from it or whatever.
So dope.
oh yeah.
Love Ellen. Then we're also playing Catalyst.
Catalyst will
I
be fun.
saw Against Me and Joyce Manor there in
Mm.
2012, I think.
I've seen a lot of bands there.
I think I saw Mom Jeans there.
You did. It was Mom Jeans, Snooze, and King of Heck.
Yup.
Was that in the atrium or was it in the main
It was in
room?
the atrium, 2019. We haven't played since that show.
You want to know what band I've seen the most at the Catalyst?
Atmosphere.
I've never seen Atmosphere.
He was
no.
playing the big room when Mom Jeans played the small room.
That's funny.
'Cause we played a game. We were sitting in the van and we were playing a game like who was here for what.
Yeah. Like guess which fan is for which
Yeah.
show. Now the band that I've seen the most of the Catalyst,
Trash talk.
Real Big Fish. When I was in high school, me and Ross Thomas, we would drive down. I think I saw Real Big Fish at the Catalyst like 4 or 5 times.
Hell yeah.
That's just
Wow.
when we went and saw Joyce Manor, we sang the ending. There's in Derailed in the demo, maybe even during the Fever Kids or his other band English Work Order, I think. I couldn't name the name. There's an ending in the demos where it's like, time I had some time alone, I was lonely till it's all over. And that they repeat that. There's 2 different versions. And me, Brandon, and Matt Barry were hugging each other, like screaming that at the end of the song. And Barry goes, well, that's the first and last time that will ever happen.
Wow.
And I brought it up to him on the Story So Far tour. I was like, that was that was me. He goes, oh, I know it was you.
He's like, I know everything about you.
I was a super fan.
Barry DM'd me something hella funny the other day because he always responds to when I post food on Instagram.
Yeah.
Every time I post a burrito, he always fucking responds to me. He's like, bro, that looks so fucking good. Where's this at? And he sent me a spot in like somewhere in the San Fernando Valley that's like a gas station that has a surf and turf burrito that I think that he described as the best thing he's ever eaten.
That's awesome, dude. He was
Barry's so funny.
Jake Margot. For those who know, he used to TM Just Friends and he TMs Spiritual Cramp now. He played bass in the Albert Square. A couple years, like a decade. I was gonna say a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's like 10 years ago.
This is like 10, 15 years ago or some shit. And they met up with Barry and he said that they went and Barry was like, let's go get Shamrock Shakes. And so they went, got Shamrock Shakes and they went home.
Barry, next time we're in Southern California, we should get whatever shake that McDonald's has.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
But so I'm excited for these shows.
It's gonna be fucking blast.
Yeah, it's gonna be
getting back in the saddle.
Yeah, gonna be a little
Cue
bit.
the copyright free version.
We're gonna be drinking in
Back
public.
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta pull up the Warped. Imagine we'll do the pod live at Warped.
Oh my god, the fucking podcast at
That
Warped.
would be so crazy.
Yeah.
Low-key,
Chaos.
I think Warped Tour might have been my first concert.
Shoreline?
No, when it was in the parking lot in San Francisco.
Oh, Pier 30, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was definitely not Pier 30.
It was like kind of like
when they had
under the
the
bridge.
sunglasses. Yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
That was crazy. I got sunburned. And I saw Anthony Ranieri this close in the little tent. He was doing a little...
That's dope.
Bron's a little obsessed.
I know.
Bayside's dope,
I haven't
bro.
built up the courage to say hi to him. I've like walked behind him and been like, but just as a joke. But but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I ever want to talk to him actually.
We'll do Just Friends Bayside tour. We'll make it happen.
It's
That would
been
be
too
crazy.
much. What if I
would
avoided
see
him
that.
the whole
I would
time?
pay money to see that shit.
Yeah.
They're awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking dope. I'm excited. I hope. Well, Yanko will be there teching. Daniel will be there, so that means you just have to go.
I guess I gotta
Get in the
carry
van,
the
fool.
vibes. Get in the van.
We should rent a
fool.
car.
We should rent
a Mustang
We
or
should
something and
not.
go down the 101.
No, we should
together.
get a bus.
Stretch, bitch.
Why are we not getting a bus for this tour?
Ew.
We should get a fucking bus.
You
It'd be
wouldn't have to
badass.
drive.
We'd have bunks for
Just
everybody.
speed to Alabama.
12 bunks on that shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Bring the whole family. Fuck.
Yeah,
I think Jessica's gonna go. I'll bring Scout.
I don't know.
I
I went
think
on
that
your
Scout
bus
would
one
hate
time.
it.
It was
I probably would
crazy
hate
with
that.
it.
She's gotta go to Grandma's house.
I would recommend
my
leaving it with your mom.
scooper.
Dude, I'll talk about it in the errors and grievances because it was actually, it's not tucked in dogs, it's tucked in puppies. And that post that I posted after Jessica did, it's up to 1,000 likes.
It's a lot of likes.
She's popular.
Damn. Did you get like some medals or something for
I
that?
don't know. We'll see. I got a medal from Duncan yesterday. Some super sipper
For
shit.
being here
Congrats,
every
you
day
spent
for
$20
3
billion
years.
at Duncan. Here's
Yeah,
a gold
bro.
star. You fucking
Congrats, you
schlub.
could have bought a house by now with this money.
Straight up.
How much money do you think you've spent at Duncan in the last 5 years?
5 years.
Yeah.
Well, I lived.
Just guesstimate.
Well, I would say this year. I don't know. I'll do the math. My brother's a math teacher, but he
$7 times 365.
Yeah.
pretty much it would be. Well, right now I'm on pace to spend $600 this year or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
All right. That's less than I kind of had anticipated. So
Okay.
I got
You're
the
crazy with
reusable cup. So my coffee's like $1.89 now. And
That's a
they
pretty-
also shouts out to Duncan
That's a deal.
they used to make you pay extra for non-dairy milk.
uh-huh.
They got rid of
yeah, it
that
used to be like a-
upcharge,
it
dude.
used to be like a
they
dollar.
got rid of it in a world of shrinkflation.
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
a world of just fucking greedy corporations. Duncan fucking hooked it up and said, you know what? Nah, fuck it.
Wow.
We're not charging for oat milk anymore.
You heard it
That's
here. Duncan gets the
crazy.
evil corporation pass.
Yeah, dude.
They're allowed to be an evil corporation.
Duncan is for me and fucking construction workers and the same two
people from
guys who
New
work
England.
at the Toyota dealership who I see every fucking morning at
Hell
7:30.
yeah.
So
What's up,
dope.
brother?
Shout out them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so That's I'm bringing my Dunkin' reusable cup on that Mom Jeans run for sure.
Well, I hope that there are many Dunkins in your future.
As long as we don't stop in Fresno, it's a Dutch Bros haven.
Yeah,
that's Dunkin's lost though. They had their time.
Yeah,
They had their time. But anyways, enough of that. Enough of this. You're watching and listening to The Juice. We're gonna talk to Brond a little bit about art direction with Mother Celine, and yeah. You're a beezy, bitch.
384 on a bitch, motherfucker. 384 on a bitch, motherfucker. 384 on a bitch, motherfucker. 384 on the motherfucking bitch.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
You already know what the fuck it is.
If you're one of the lucky people,
Juice.
if you're one of the lucky people listening to this podcast, we love you and
We love
appreciate
you, bud. How you doing today? I hope
And if
you're
you're
doing well.
one of the lucky people to get a follow into the Mother Celine world on the Instagram.
That's right.
Is it still private,
I
exclusive?
added whoever had been requested it.
In the waiting room.
Yeah, so I made it public and immediately private again, just to get the people in, you know.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So if you're one of them, you've noticed.
Thank you for pulling up on me, y'all.
Yeah, thank you to the listeners for pulling up.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be watching you build something and create a foundation and come into your own as a band leader.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I don't know if I mentioned it on the pod, but this project has been so full circle for me in so many ways. We talked about the hair metal that my mom used to listen to when I was a kid. Yeah, there's a lot of particularly Scorpions influences that I want to bring in. There's
Shout out Rosa.
Shout out Rosa. She was like, don't talk about me on your podcast. She's a very private woman. Yeah, there's also just my Hispanic heritage that I kind of want to connect those I don't know, universal vibes. But Sam and I were talking earlier about kind of all the scaffolding that goes into making a project that's never going to see the light of day, essentially. And the way that one of the things that drew me into this metal genre is John was telling me how a lot of the lyrics and a lot of the stories being told in songs are about mythical creatures, mythical beings, just
fantasy.
Exactly, fantasy, almost mythological, not even historical, but I'm sure there's some historical shit out there. And I thought that was fucking cool because I've loved Greek mythology since I was a child.
Totally.
My brother was obsessed with it, and so he obviously would always suck me into whatever he was doing. I've been naming my little doodles Persephone and Eurydice and all these shits my whole life. And it's so crazy that I was dude, I get to use this now.
Yeah, because I could see it with the little clips you've been posting with the logo,
exactly.
With the
little statue chick.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to even bring it up. It's I'm seeing this world form in front of my eyes as someone who's a part of it in a way, recording some stuff and kind of you call and ask for my opinions on things, which is I'm super thankful for, but it's also amazing to be a spectator and
it's even
see you
hard
in the driver's
to
seat.
Communicate that to you guys because I'm not gonna sit here and be so this one story blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know, I might tell you one day, but yeah, it's just it's I forgot. Well, the first song that I wrote without meaning to for this project was about it. I wrote it over a Dimmu Borgir song because I was listening to Perfection or Vanity over and over and over for ever. Yeah. And one day I was driving myself to the movies on my little solo movie date, as I do occasionally.
What'd you see?
As I've been known to do. Oh shit, what did I see? I don't even remember because the song just took over. And I've been thinking about this one story about the goddess of the harvest. It's a story of why we have seasons in the world. And it's basically the world was this beautiful Garden of Eden, never-ending, beautiful day, springtime kind of thing before. And then Hades, the god of the underworld, kidnapped Persephone, who is the personification of joy and play and happiness and shit like that. So her mother was depressed. She couldn't get her back because blah, blah, blah. And she made the world like essentially die. She didn't let anything grow anymore.
Damn.
And
It's fucked up.
That's emotional, bro.
I know, but it's super intense. And it really goes back to like kind of like also like women's history, female psyche shit. Like
Yeah.
it's all not even just women's psyche, but all the psyches, because we all have something in our minds that's like a destructor, and it just destroys and destroys, and it's like it's its function. And just to finish that story, the reason we have seasons is because the mom was able to get her daughter back, but the daughter got tricked into eating food from the underworld, so now she has to go back every year. And that's why we have seasons, because, you know, it's when the daughter
When
goes
she's
back.
going, then coming back.
Yeah, and the mom gets depressed, and then springtime comes back because the daughter's back, shit like that.
Wow.
It's cool, right?
That's very
It's
interesting.
dope.
Yeah.
But
Hella cool.
That, even just you telling that story right there was like so evocative, and like so much, there's so much world building that happens
there's
just
so
with like
much.
a tale like that, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's a
and-
great personification of what you're talking about, where it's like we have seasons and we enjoy them, right?
Yeah.
And like, but we don't. I just found out where we got seasons just now on this podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like and you're talking about
Who
the
needs
pillars.
science, right?
Who needs science? Fuck science, but
Yeah,
nobody else uses it, so why us?
Dude, yeah, I was so bad at science and math. Oh, but
Math.
you're talking about like the
Good point.
foundations that people will never see or understand or hear, or like
Right.
of this project.
Exactly.
And so there's like always meaning and behind every decision that you make creatively, right? And it's really,
yeah.
you know, especially through this podcast and also just like talking about it all the time, is like seeing you build this world and build up this foundation of something really beautiful, and like seeing it, hearing it, experiencing it, all is like, it's fucking awesome.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, I'm excited as
Yeah,
fuck.
dude, it's so exciting. Like I've been just
There's not even a song out yet.
no, not even a song.
Yeah, it's fucking-
not even part of the song.
But it's
just-
awesome for us to be able to like watch you like go on this journey,
Yeah.
like for yourself, and like just like
Yeah, I'm having the
like
time
I said,
of my
like
life.
build the world in front of you, and just like
Yeah.
just make whatever like your mind's
I
eye
just-
sees.
I
become your
can't help
reality.
like just my brain's just making stuff. Like I go to sleep and I hear my little riffs in my head, and like I wake up and they come back, and like
That's a beautiful thing. That's
Yeah.
art.
it's a beautiful
what art
thing.
is.
It really
That's
is.
art, baby.
It really is. Yeah, and I'd love to. I came up with an entire story on what Mother Celine is as like a being,
Oh shit.
and
Oh shit.
I would love.
We're getting into the lore before we begin
Yeah,
a track. Let's
but-
go,
Dude, I would
I fuck
love
with
to
it.
put it out as like a comic one day. That's my goal.
Yo.
Like, I wanna have a comic
love
book.
comics, you know that.
Oh yeah, but I
Talk to
love
my
me a
papa.
little manga and shit. Yeah. Oh hey girl. Yeah. So going back to like the kind of destructive part that we all have within ourselves, like there's also something really beautiful about that life and death cycle that destruction plays a part of, because
Yeah.
you know, we shy away from like evil and destruction and like death and all that stuff, but in nature and in like these kind of mythological like things that they're using to tell, I don't know, to share knowledge, like destruction's essential because it clears the path for new growth and for evolution and shit like that. And
Well, it's like failure, right? Like, you
Yeah.
can't, you're never gonna learn anything if you don't
exactly,
fail, right?
exactly, because there's no
true.
motion if you don't, you know, die, if you don't destroy, if you don't whatever. But also on a different angle, there's like this kind of female like archetype thing, Lilith, like the Astro Hose. You'll know what I'm talking about. My girls are here. It's just like the rejected femaleness, you know, like everybody's always trying to be like girly and whatever. And
Breaking the mold.
exactly. And you know, it's like the self-suppression aspect of the human being too that I was trying to like kind of explore in this and capture the like not acceptable things, because I've always been growing up, my mom's always been like, sorry Rosa, like you gotta be ladylike, you gotta do that, you can't sit with your legs open, like I just had a lot of rules on me, and I was like, I don't fuck, I was like, oh, get that off me, but so I've always kind of been told that I'm like kind of bad and like kind of like masculine in some ways and like kind of evil. And
evil.
kind of evil, like a little bit.
Sounds got an evil streak.
And so I was like, so what? Like I like being me. Like I don't think it's bad to be the way that I am. And
That's fucking
it's
beautiful.
another way of exploring it. Thank you.
Christ, that's fucking-
Gee, I gotta show you
That's
guys the whole
awesome.
thing. Thank
Yeah.
you. And it's also another layer is like kind of addiction, because by that same design of like, you know, the self-destruction within yourself, like you be smoking, you be drinking, you be doing all kinds of crazy stuff because you want to do it and you know it's bad, but you still want to do it. And to me, I was kind of reflecting on like how that in a way is like a self-destruction, you know, like you're hurting yourself, but like, and you know it, but you don't want to not do that. And it's just like, yeah, it all kind of ties with that.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't been in a relationship where you're just
exactly.
like, you know, relationship like romantic, platonic, whatever, relationship with like in and out for me, right? Like,
yeah, ooh.
just like, you know, I mean, like,
yeah, like you keep coming back for more and you're getting your ass whooped and you don't understand why, but you want to be there.
yeah, and it's tough to break those cycles, and
Yeah, totally.
just being aware of it all is like super, you know, powerful.
Yeah.
And, like we said a couple times on this fucking podcast already. You're a fucking powerhouse. Absolute powerhouse.
Also very wise.
Very wise.
Very, very
Bob,
wise.
thank
There's
you,
a lot of
Bob.
wisdom happening right now.
Yeah.
But
That's beautiful. I'm excited for you, B.
Yeah.
thank you,
straight
Bo.
up.
I appreciate it.
I hope everyone is fucking excited for you too. Motherfuckers listening.
Me too, but yeah, no, I'm
motherfuckers.
excited to share. Like, you know, I'll see what I can do, put out more thoughts. It's just like some of it just feels kind of like entirely random and entirely like just for me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
I mean, that's all.
Maybe a
It's all
little
part of
too
the
crazy.
process.
Yeah.
It's all part of the creative process.
Yeah.
Like you said.
There's always got to be part of it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like
I'm
we talked
having the
about
time of my
earlier
life.
too. Some days at the studio are good. Some days are bad. Some days are, you know, the microphone's broken.
Exactly. Some days, you know, you go through dry spells, and some days you're typing feverishly like some crazy fucking story about some ghost fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. Well,
It's going to be cool, though.
fuck yeah. I'm excited. I'm fucking juiced.
Yeah, you should be excited too. And if
Everyone
you're not,
follow
fuck
Mother
you.
Celine, and she'll
What's
let
up?
you in. Maybe she won't.
Mother.Celine.
Mother.Celine on Instagram. You're listening to The Juice, bitches. We're finally going to get to that sweet errors and grievances
This is
on
for
the mailbag.
Brandon.
I know we've been.
Here we go.
got a motherfucker who's
Get
been waiting.
after it. The Juice.
Welcome back to The Juice. I see we got a non-participant over here, my brother Yanko.
I said clap.
He said clap instead of
Motherfucker.
I
clapping.
guess that's fine.
So,
finally,
Finally, after 4 episodes, errors and grievances, episode 1, Brandon was actually the one with the baby whites who cleaned up Yanko's dookie
Yeah,
butter
we're talking about the time I fucking shit myself in the van.
outside the Bojangles.
Outside the
Bojangles.
And it was
Bojangles.
Brandon who cleaned up.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
I could have sworn it was
Sorry
me and
for
Sam.
not. Sorry for
Yeah.
not giving you credit.
Sorry,
I had no idea, so don't
Brandon.
blame it on me.
Yeah.
We just like don't think about you.
Oh,
so
come on.
just gonna love
Episode.
that.
So that was, and then again in
My
episode
twin.
1, Yanko, you referred to the Mom Jeans Free Throw Just Friends tour in Dallas at Southside Music Hall as being from 2023.
It wasn't.
It
was
wasn't. It was
not.
2022.
Yeah.
Well.
And then in
I
episode
stand corrected.
Jail.
episode 2, Brond forgot the song title in the my recent obsessions
Not
section.
me just gassing it up. And
And
then
the song is called
it's called Carving the Voices. Apologize again.
Who's that by again?
This is by Galsword. It's called it's spelled WYRD, bro. And I'm gonna Google it for next errors and grievances. I will
Yes.
tell you how it's pronounced.
All right.
So then in episode 3 for me, it's actually Tucked In Puppies Reddit, not Tucked In Dogs Reddit.
/tucked in
Yes.
puppies.
Get it right.
And then in episode 3, another one on me is the Gusher working title was actually Another Dimension.
Another dimension.
That
yeah.
was
I
it,
really
yeah.
was fighting for that
You were.
so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
But you had a point. It wasn't like his point was that even though Another Dimension was the right track and it was evocative of what we wanted to like portray,
Yeah.
it wasn't a destination.
It wasn't colorful enough.
It wasn't it wasn't like solid. It was just like, oh, there's another dimension. Okay, what's the dimension like?
I thought
What
it was
is
a
the
little
dimension?
plain. I thought it
Yeah.
invoked everything that
He
you
liked
know.
it once.
I liked
once.
it. Yeah, I suggested it
He was
too
into it.
because I thought it was a call.
like,
It
it's
was
your
a call to
idea.
the Beastie Boys song that they do that.
Yeah.
There you go.
So now we got the
Next
mailbag.
Oh, thank
beautiful,
God.
beautiful mailbag. Thank you,
Mailbag.
Discord.
Mailbag.
Here we go.
Hit it, Kent.
Let's check the mail.
All right. Well, we're going to rip this in half. We got Bryce from Pittsburgh. Do you guys fuck with furries?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Sure.
Asking the hard-hitting
Fuck
questions.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not gonna yuck anybody's fucking yum. You know what I'm
I
saying?
asked for clarification on that because I saw it after we recorded it, and I was like, I wish we seen this. But I was like, what do you mean fuck with? And he says, do you fuck with furries? Essentially, I was like, I don't know what you mean.
I don't know.
I'm
if
not one. I'm never going to be one, but you can go do your thing.
I was really shocked. I thought they were still just wearing the plush heads. And I was at Dolores Park one time and I saw some person walking with like this leathery ass, like Doberman looking thing.
Whoa,
And I didn't understand what it was. And then I realized that was a furry. And I was like,
that's their fursona.
but they're like,
Fursona.
yeah, they were getting walked too. I was like,
I'm not here to disrespect anybody, but that's not me, and I can't really wrap my head around it. But
Hey.
more power to you. I fuck with
More
you.
power to you. And then we got
I'm
East
Pan,
Bay
bro.
Survivor. What are y'all's favorite East Bay city/town? How do you really feel about the Yak?
Oh man, I've honestly spent a lot of time in Antioch.
I fuck with Antioch, yeah.
I've never been
My
there.
favorite East Bay cities. I mean,
Dublin, Pleasanton,
Oakland's
San
classic.
Ramon.
Dublin, Pleasanton,
Pleasanton,
San Ramon,
Walnut
Dublin,
Creek,
Pleasanton, San Ramon,
Oakland,
Walnut Creek,
Berkeley.
open on
Yeah, all of it.
San Leandro.
I mean,
Saturdays
all
and
of it.
Sundays
Yeah.
till 5. Online at shaneco.com.
Fuck with all of it, bro.
Then Venus from Wales, UK. Do you guys play Overwatch at all? If you do, who do you main?
No.
I do not play
played
Overwatch.
Like, I played like 2
apologies.
rounds of Overwatch one
Not
time,
for
but
me.
couldn't
I
do
watch
it.
Harry Potter.
Now we got
Or
Shane
play
from
Harry Potter.
Shane from Vegas. Any special plans for the Rock to the Rhythm 10-year anniversary? No.
No, we haven't talked about that.
Michael from the Netherlands. Favorite country in Europe and why?
Ooh.
Michael from the Netherlands. Well, I do like the
The
Netherlands.
Netherlands, period.
Netherlands is pretty cool.
Is Amsterdam
The
there?
Netherlands, because
That's
Michael's
where I
in
go.
it.
I like it.
I really
I
love
love
the UK.
that. I love that venue that Mom Jeans played when the crowd
Milkweg?
started. Yeah, what is it called?
Milkweg.
They started singing "Fever" by Just Friends,
Oh, yeah.
and the whole entire crowd started
I
singing.
knew if I
That
would
was pretty gangster.
Amsterdam, I rolled my first joint there.
Let's go.
I went on a solo backpacking trip when I was a child. I was like, I don't know, I was like 20, whatever. It was
You're a
when
child.
Cole like left my ass to go to fucking school, and I was like, I gotta do something for myself. So I went on a backpacking trip. I was all over the place. I got a credit card debt, but it was like the trip of a lifetime.
That's badass.
I went to Amsterdam by myself. It is not a city to go by yourself.
Oh,
Not
for
because it's
sure.
dangerous. It's just fucking boring by yourself.
There's a lot of museums.
It's a
and
lot
shit.
of
Yeah.
copy and paste too. I remember
Yeah,
wearing
the
that Mom
blocks.
Jeans.
Yeah,
It's like the
yeah.
same 5 Foot Lockers
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
But
you
yeah.
know whatever it
You
is.
see the same shops every couple blocks.
Yeah.
Repeating.
I
Lots
had
of
a
Lego
great
stores.
hot dog there.
So then we got Dante from the East. Dante, East Coast resident. Have you ever encountered a ghost? Yeah.
I've
Duh.
had, I don't know if
For
I've
sure.
encountered a ghost, but I have had paranormal encounters.
That is a good ass question. I wish we had time. Like, there's a ghost that lives at my grandma's house in Mexico. And, you know, at this point, it's been so long. Her name is Diana. It's like some, you know, Spanish woman that was
Yeah.
murdered by her husband.
Shit.
And she's got like her guts torn out and
Bruh.
shit.
Have you seen her?
I have not seen her, but I've been there when she showed herself to like my cousin one time. She was in the shower. I saw her
Fuck that.
shaking. I asked my uncles because,
that, dude.
because yeah, like they've been telling me my whole life, and I was just, I mean, I'm older now. I'm like, I don't know. And I asked my uncle one time, who I think my Tío Mike is like the most like, I don't know, reasonable one of my people. Like, he's not gonna lie to me.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, I don't really like necessarily believe in that stuff, but I gotta say, like one time he was sleeping in a particular room, something happened, like he had his feet fucking pulled or whatever.
no,
like
have mercy on my
it's-
prayed soul.
No,
so I don't know if I gotta go back on that.
I don't know about that one, bro.
So
We'll have a whole episode about ghosts. We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
work
do
that into
that.
things.
That's sick.
Thank you,
I got
Dante.
a couple
Halloween.
stories.
And
Thank you,
then
Dante.
we have Nico from Orlando.
Hey.
What was everyone's first job, and do y'all have any favorite customer service horror stories? I'll keep this one to a brief story. I was a birdseed salesman for 10 years from the age of 15 to 25. And one time, a woman pulled a baby squirrel out of her bra.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
That's
she said, "What do you expect me to do with this?"
I got a cat that way one time. I got a kitten one time.
That's awesome.
Not at work though.
Yeah, that was also my first job, and no, my first job was actually Lucky Pizza, but that was when I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah, under the table child labor shit.
Yeah, straight up. But anyways, then we got Zay from South City, San Francisco.
What's up, my people? How you doing? 650.
Would y'all ever host or play any local shows in the Bay Area? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
we do.
Fuck
and
yeah.
We
have
sold
been.
out Gilman with Ultra Q in January.
so
Shit was
many
lit.
years.
Dude, we should play La Tapatía. No, there's no room.
Sam
There's no fucking
single-handedly
room.
kept the East Bay music scene alive in the deep East Bay
That's
where we're
absolutely
from.
right.
East Bay.
For years.
Absolutely right.
Then we got Judah from Chico. Gotta talk about pet peeves. Worst place you've ever slept. Tile floor. Me and Brandon went to TJ all night one time, and we stayed, and then we came back to the house that we were all staying at on this tour, early Just Friends era, and me and him slept on the tile floor of this dude's parents' house. We slept for like an hour. That was probably the worst place I ever
That's
slept.
pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Pet peeves. I'm not a big fan of feet, but
I don't know if that is a pet peeve.
I hate
though.
flip flops. I don't want to see that
All
shit.
right, worst. I can think of two worst places I've slept on tour. One was Will Anderson from Hotline TNT, his floor.
Yeah.
Oh, my
That's the one where I think the
God.
dog pissed in Eric's sleeping bag or whatever,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Was it Josh that did it, or was it the other dog that he was
think it was the
watching
other
at
dog.
I
the
don't
was
think it was
watching, yeah.
Josh.
And then-
Josh wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
the
Josh
other
would do that.
the other worst one was the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. There's actually two worst hotels I've ever stayed in. That one in Amsterdam with like these blood stains and like nasty shit like on the mattress, like right underneath the
Oh, yeah,
pillow.
you didn't end up staying there.
I switched rooms with Bart. Bart was like, "Fuck it, I'll sleep on this," and I was like, "You're nasty."
I watched the Super
liked
Bowl
it.
on TikTok that year.
Dude, yes. I fell asleep in between Bart's legs with like my head on his crotch. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And then
Sheesh.
you remember that time? I think you were there too. It was it was that motel that we stayed at in Richmond.
Oh,
next
yeah.
to Heather's Donut Shop.
Next to the Sugar Shack, yeah.
Next to the Sugar Shack. Sugar Shack.
it was the guy with the TV wasn't working, and then he
The
showed-
black mold.
It had black mold, and this guy had one hand, and then he and he had a nub,
no.
and he was like, "See, the TV works," and he like hit the TV, and South Park showed up. It was crazy.
Oh my
I wish I was making
God.
that up.
I remember I took a shower the night before, and then I went and slept in the van. And then I came back in the next morning to take another shower.
I remember that.
And the towel, just from sitting out overnight, just smelled like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Nobody was smoking cigarettes.
Every
Yeah,
other room in
yeah.
that place had the curtains wide open, and every room was destroyed.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was just
Pet
some
peeve?
random motel, or was it like the Red Roof?
No, it was some
Inn or
random
whatever?
place. We
it might have
walked
been
to.
like a Motel 6.
It was
or
next to
something.
Sugar Shack and a cookout.
Man, that's
What's your
rough.
pet peeve though?
My pet peeve.
Just off top.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I am my own pet peeve because I feel like a lot of the things that irritate me, I do. So like
That's sad, buh.
shit goes like when I don't know. Fuck.
It's all right.
Buzzer.
You?
Worst place you slept in.
Worst
Pet-
place I slept in, I wasn't able to recall until you said something, but Will Anderson's house
Yeah.
that same night, because I slept in the room with Joel back when he was wearing like sandals all the time.
Stinky Joel.
It was the first time everybody kept talking about like fucking Joel's feet this, Joel's feet that, and I was like, oh, I haven't really anything.
Stinky Joel.
But that was the first time I smelt it, and like, dude, he took them off. I was like, oh God, this is crazy. I left the room. I come back. The smell had permeated. It had created an atmosphere in the fucking room. It was insane.
Stinky Joel.
Does that also count as your pet peeve? Stinky feet.
Yeah, people that smell are my pet peeve. Like, I used to work at a bank, and people
lots
would
of
come
funny-
in
Yeah.
and just have the most intense projectile breath possible. And I had to like hold my fucking breath to help them and stuff. I just think it's rude for people to smell bad. Like, you know, the people that do it on accident, like it happens. But
People who consistently smell
people
bad.
who consistently smell bad and don't, it's rude to put your fucking odors out on everybody else in society. I fucking hate that.
True that.
Stay away from me. I will not deal with it. I would
Stinky
literally
motherfuckers, stay away.
stay away, bitch.
All right. Then we got Cam from Savannah, Georgia. Favorite venue you've ever played, or favorite band you've ever opened for? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Paper Tiger.
I said San Antonio first.
Yeah, come on,
Fuck.
man. Then we
Paper
got
Tiger.
Leilani from California. Favorite show you've ever been to or worst show you've ever been to? I can answer this one. Best show I've ever been to, right recently, Weezer in Sacramento.
Weezer was so dope.
Voyage to the Blue Planet. And then the worst ever show I've ever also been to, Weezer 10 years earlier at the San Jose Event Center with Obi. The duality of
awesome.
man.
That's pretty
Damn,
awesome.
but
Then we got Noah Cross from Mid-Michigan. When are you guys heading to Michigan again? I need to be in a Just Friends pit ASAP.
Michigan.
I'd love to
Michoacan.
know how much weed was consumed in the recording process of Basic. Hobo's verse gets my wife and I laughing every time.
I love that verse.
I don't think you and I were either of us were under the influence during that one.
No.
And then Hobo did it separately. But I remember Little B recorded his verse, and then it was just this loop that we had recorded, and then he hit it, and then I was like, oh my God. And I was talking to Frank, who's Hobo Johnson, about something we were recording Sweet Tooth, and I was like, dude, you would not fucking believe this. And I sent it to them, and he was like, all right, I got you, buh.
Let me hop in.
And then like a week or two later, I get this shit back. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome.
That verse changed my life, though.
Yeah.
It
He's
is
a
great.
Leo, and I'm whatever he wants me to
Astrology. I usually know
Oh,
what he
God, I
wants
love
me to
Frank.
be. I was like, wow, my mind is blown.
be. Then we got Matt from Florida. Do you guys think you'll ever have guests on the podcast? Yes.
Would love to.
Would love
Would love
to.
Yep.
to.
Pull up.
Definitely planning on it.
Then we got Dopamine from the Philippines. Top 4 movies.
Hola, ¿cómo está
Top 4
acá?
movies. All right, here we go. Ready for it? All
Yeah.
right. Super Bad.
Yep.
Austin Powers Gold Member.
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski and
Mulan.
Oh,
Mulan's a
fucking
good one.
House Moving Castle, bitch.
All right, for sure.
There it is.
Bye-bye.
There it is. There's your 4. We got Logan from Kentucky. When will we hear Sizzle live again?
I like playing
I
Sizzle.
love. Do we
should-
play it on?
we should
How
bust
much
it
you
out.
paying me?
It's a quick song. It's like
Did
2
we
It is
minutes
a
play?
long.
quick
Did
song.
we play it on microwave? I can't remember. I know we practiced it.
We
once.
played it for one show,
We played it
right?
for San Antonio.
Because they really
Yeah,
they
Sizzle
wanted
for,
it.
Sizzle for San Antonio.
Sizzle for
Did it
San
go off?
Antonio.
Of course it did.
Was it a paper tiger?
Yeah.
Of course.
Fuck yeah.
So
Sorry, I have
if
to
you
ask
if you
this
see
question.
it, if you
It's
see
not
us,
good,
maybe yeah,
Ask for it.
ask
my
ass.
ass.
Ask my ass. Then we got Alfie from Manchester, England. What is one JF, Mom Jeans, or any other song that you guys have written that you'd wish you'd had more hype around? Oh, that's a great question.
Ooh.
I think
I think Love Bugs.
I was gonna say
slap.
Love Bug too.
Love Bug's a good song.
Oh my god,
Love Bug's a really good song.
And the video is waiting to happen.
I know.
I listened to Love Bug yesterday, and I was like, this song, like the you got the fucking, you know,
It's
you
sexy.
got it, I caught it. It's like so
Oh,
juicy.
but-
hella
and-
good. That's a
And
good
that
ass song.
like that cut or whatever you call them that the person made on TikTok with like the fucking
The anime
anime
cut?
scenes
Yeah.
and
Oh,
shit.
God.
So sick.
Also, I want
bro.
to say better to be around.
Dream come
I
true.
feel like
agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's our best video, and I really love that
Yes.
song. And everyone, including Pure Noise, has always been like, that song is incredible. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it
I
just
wrote
needs
that
to be
guitar
heard. It just
riff.
needs to be heard. And that's why I said last podcast episode, I was like, man, there's like, it breaks my heart. There's people who haven't heard that song.
Yeah.
Same.
You know?
I think that song on Gusher probably has the most like had just like this crossover potential that like so many different audiences could
Yeah,
like,
if you
hear
don't-
that
yeah.
song and fuck with
Yeah.
it if they heard it.
Yeah,
I
totally.
just feel like most people haven't
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
My 1, 2, 3 on fucking Zaza.
Oh, yeah, that's
Every
so
fucking
awesome.
live show. And if you're watching this, you better fucking fix this.
Yes.
Because like
It's you and me now.
every show that we've played that song, I'm like, ready, we're going to scream. We're going to scream.
And then they
1,
don't.
2, 3. And they don't. So now I just go, everybody scream. And they scream on time, but they don't know they're doing
Yeah.
it. And it breaks my heart.
True.
It's a
Honorable
beautiful. It's a
mention.
beautiful moment on the record.
Yeah.
It is.
That's a great
Thanks.
question. Thank you. And then we got
Appreciate
Noah
it.
from Alabama. I am the one who traded you the 6-pack holder at the Birmingham show with Mom Jeans. When is the next time Mom Jeans or Just Friends will be in Nashville for a show?
6-pack holder?
Yeah. We get cool
Nashville,
shit
man.
sometimes, bro.
What is the 6-pack holder?
A holder
show
of
it to you later, bro.
6-pack beers.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, sir. We don't
I
know yet.
caught it.
We're figuring it out, and hopefully soon. And then we got Michaela from St. Louis. What's the most unconventional show or venue y'all have ever played?
Ooh.
I could think of a few. One of them I will say is the Eviction party at a farm
in Maine.
In Maine, these punks all lived at a farm in Maine, and they were getting evicted because they were selling the farmland.
Yeah, anarchist farm.
And we trashed the place while we played. They're like throwing chairs and shit into the wall, and like because they were gonna.
That was crazy.
Porn shop in San Jose, Arrows
Porn
to
shop
eat,
is legendary.
in Arrows to eat in that one.
We played the Chiba Hut or with something in Vegas one time.
Beach Hut Deli.
Beach Hut Deli, yeah.
I've been fortunate and blessed to have really just played like house shows and venues.
Mission Coffee.
Yeah, living rooms.
Living rooms. Nothing crazy. It's always been cool for me.
I'm trying to think if there's any like really, but none like, no really weird ones come to mind.
When Snooze played a Mexican bakery in that was cool.
Butter Dungeon.
Oh yeah, the basement.
The Nabalon Bakery in Berkeley. They used to do shows in the basement.
Yeah, it was called the Butter Dungeon.
It was called Butter Dungeon.
And now that's
just
the
like
back
a dirt,
of the van.
like concrete floor. It was pretty sick.
Yeah,
It's funny.
And that's all the questions that we have.
Yay!
From the Discord today.
Thank you, Discord.
Thanks for
listening, DZ.
Yeah, we did it once again.
Once again. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate you, bud.
Juice, baby.
We love you, bud.
Play that music.